Hello. Welcome everyone to Warrior Welcome Day for Winter Quarter 2021. We're so glad that you are here. We have a lot of great information for you, and we're really happy to we're really excited to share it with you. While we allow some people to join on, I'm going to go through the list of topics that we're going to cover with you today. We're going to talk about Warrior Flex schedule. We're going to talk about how to order your books online. We're going to talk about the ever important funding, financial aid, how to check your financial aid portal, the foundation's scholarship, also workforce education services. We're going to talk about how to pay your tuition online and over the phone. We are going to talk about accessing free tutoring via the Tutoring and Learning Center, Online Learning Jumpstart, which is a class that you can take to prepare you for learning online. If you've not had a lot of experience, this can help you really feel more comfortable. We're going to learn about how to access our library services. We are going to learn about what first year experience class is going to be like and how to contact student services to get support. We're going to talk about TRIO, mental health counseling, disability support services, student clubs and how to sign up for them, online forms, Walla Walla Community College student Wi-Fi access, student email, how to access that, Canvas, our online learning platform, support, accessibility tools, printing access, on-campus, study spaces, and our great student ambassadors and how you'll be able to communicate with them. Without further ado, we will get going. All right, so while we are participating in this webinar, we will be receiving assistance from our wonderful Walla Walla Community College student ambassadors, Susana, Sebastian, and Kaylin. They are here with us and they are going to help us throughout this presentation. Susana will be monitoring the questions that come through from you in the chat. So if you have questions, please plug them into the chat and she will bring those forward. Kaylin is going to talk to you a little bit later about how you can engage with our student ambassadors. And Sebastian is going to lead the way for us today with a welcome.
Hello. I'm Sebastian Hernandez, and on behalf of Walla Walla Community College and the Student Ambassador, I wanted to welcome you guys to the Winter Quarter. Thank you for joining us. Today you will hear from a lot of different people at the college with vital information. After each section, Susana, another student ambassador, will read your questions from the chat. A video of this presentation will be available later on YouTube and is streaming live on Facebook. Whether you are a new or returning student, we have tons of information for you. So stick around, and again, if you have any questions throughout the event, please feel free to ask them in the chat.
Thank you, Sebastian. And I think I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Melissa Rodriguez, Director of Outreach at Walla Walla Community College, and really happy to have you with us today. First, our colleague Melissa is going to show you about Warrior Flex and how to access your schedule.
Let's talk about Warrior Flex and what your schedule will look like. If you are already registered for classes, you can watch this video to learn how to check online yourself. You can contact your advisor, or you can call or email the Advising and Counseling Center at warrioradvising@wwcc.edu or 509-527-4262. If you've not yet registered for classes and would like to talk to somebody about program and funding options, please contact the Advising and Counseling Center staff at warrioradvising@wwcc.edu or 509-527-4262. On the main college website, you're going to want to click My WWCC in the upper right-hand corner to learn more about your schedule. You're going to need to log in with your student identification number, which typically starts with 814, and the password you've created. This is not your birth date. This is the password that you created to log on to campus computers and other software. Go ahead and click Login. Next, once the screen opens, there's a lot of information. We're going to go to the printer icon. Don't worry if you don't have a home printer. You can either view or print your schedule using this icon. We'll go ahead and select the quarter, the academic year, and click Get Scheduled. This shows us the contact information that Eddie Warrior has listed. It also would show his advisor, and it shows the 3 classes that he signed up for: Diesel Technology 181, Applied First Year Experience 100, and Applied Communication 102. For each course, it lists the course ID as well as the item number, and you'll need those 2 pieces of information to learn a bit more about how your class is going to meet. Next, we're going to need to visit the e-schedule and look up these courses. We'll go ahead and list Diesel Technology 181, item number 0024. We'll go to the main college website and we'll scroll down to the quick links section. We'll click on e-schedule, select the quarter. We'll select the physical campus that we work with. We'll go ahead and select Walla Walla. And you're also going to want to select e-learning. You'll find the department, in this case Diesel Technology, and then we'll scroll down and look at the class. So we're looking for Diesel Technology 181. There's only one item number, which is the 0024 on Eddie's schedule, and it gives us a little bit more information. We're going to be most interested in the description down here at the bottom. So it lets us know that this class is held in combination face-to-face and online. Attendance is required for on-campus labs during the days and times listed in the e-schedule, and that recorded lectures are available on campus. So Eddie is going to need to attend class daily from 8:40 to 3:30. You can go ahead and look up other classes on your schedule using the department listing up above, and then find the item number for the particular course that you've signed up for.
All right, next up, we're going to look at how to order textbooks through our college bookstore. So we're going to go ahead and go to the college website to begin with. So you should be seeing the college website. There's 2 ways that you can get to the college bookstore. You can either go under Campus Life and go to College Store, or on the main website, you can scroll down and under Quick Links, there's also a link to the College Store there. So go ahead and click on either one of those options, and then you're going to select the Campus Store. Once you're in here, you're going to use the schedule that you've either printed, or you could take a picture with your phone, however you've gotten your schedule from WWCC, or maybe you have it on a separate window. You're going to go over and you're going to select to buy textbooks, and you're going to go ahead and select that you're buying textbooks for winter quarter. And then go ahead and select Go. Next up, it's going to give you the option to select any course that you have with the college. You can also look up to see if the course has no materials that are required. So off the list, you can find the department, the course, and the section number. We'll go ahead and look at an applied English class, A-Eng 100. And then you'll have to select who your teacher is and which section you have. So be very careful to look at those item numbers. We'll look at Paul Boyd's section. Scrolling down, you'll see any materials that are required listed as required in red text, or if they're optional, that'll be listed. If there's any used options available, that will be not grayed out, it'll be black text, so you can select that. And then you'll want to select what the quantity that you want. So in this case, we want to go ahead and get one of those textbooks. The only option is new, and then we'll go ahead and select purchase. That's going to go ahead and add it to our cart. And so up at the top corner here, you can see that that textbook has been added to the cart. If you have other courses that you need to purchase materials for, you can go ahead and select those off the list and add them to your cart. We'll go ahead and say that we're ready to check out, and then we just have that one piece of material that we need to purchase. We'll click to continue, and we'll verify that we have the right materials in our cart there, which is the case. And if you've had any updates that you need to do, you can either remove items or update quantities if you double click something. We'll go ahead and go to the checkout. And you have 2 options. You can either check out without an account, or you can check out with an account. I would recommend doing it with an account, so we'll go ahead and log in. And again, it still has that textbook in our cart. We'll go ahead and continue to the shipping information. It should automatically fill if you're a returning customer. Otherwise, you can fill in your shipping information. And then you have a couple choices. If you're a student either near the Walla Walla campus or the Clarkston campus, you can do free curbside pickup. Clarkston is by appointment. The Walla Walla campus is Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. or you can select flat rate FedEx ground shipping, depending on what works best for you.
Melissa, could you pause there? We have a question from a student. For a class that offers an access code, is that just an online version of the book? One of my classes has an option for the access code or the actual textbook. I'm not sure what that means.
So some classes, like the math classes on campus, you have to get an access code to be able to access the materials for the course and be able to submit your homework through My Math Lab. In other cases, an access code could be just for an electronic version of the text. So back to the shipping. So you've entered your shipping information. Again, you have the option for either campus pickup or flat rate ground shipping for $6, and that'll be delivered to your home. Most orders are shipping out every either 24 or 48 hours after the order is placed. It just depends a little bit on what their load is and how many orders have come in, and they process them in the order they come in. We'll then continue to payment information. And again, we check the flat rate shipping. So regardless of your dollar amount, you're going to have a $6 fee on that. And then next up, you're going to need to make a selection on how you want to pay. You have two choices. If you are getting paying with a credit card or traditional financial aid, you're going to select the credit card option because financial aid is paid out directly to students. If you have something like VA benefits that are not paid out through directly to you as a student, if you have BFET, worker retraining, Washington Opportunity Grant, or something else of that nature, then you're going to go ahead and click a funding source account, and it'll ask you for a little bit of information about who you are and get you linked up to that funding. From there, you can go ahead and review your order and then finalize it after that. If when you're adding things to your cart, if you're getting a blank screen, please try emptying your cache, your cookies, and your browser history. There's been a couple of glitches in that, but they believe they have that fixed at this point. Unless there's additional questions, we'll go ahead and go back over to our PowerPoint.
We have one more. I ordered my book and received an email saying it can't be processed. What should I do?
Please email the bookstore and they can answer that question directly. So maybe they're out of the material, or maybe there was a glitch in the order or something like that. But please email the bookstore directly.
Trista Flores talked to you about how to access your financial aid portal.
Hello and welcome. So to access your financial aid portal, an easy way to get there is to type in www.cc.edu/FA. It's very short, simple, easy to remember. And as soon as you hit enter, it's going to bring you right to this page. It's going to be this nice gold box right here. And when you click on that, my information is going to pre-populate. If yours doesn't, that's okay, because that's going to help you learn that student ID number. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. It's going to bring up my password, and I'm going to click login. If you are new and this is your first time attending WWCC, you're most likely not going to see this financial aid suspended remark. If you do, please go ahead and make sure you are contacting the financial aid department. You're going to want to click on that, and it's going to take you to forms. And here, we actually have an online reinstatement appeal form. And those come in quickly, and those are processed within 7 to 10 days. So if you're back, if you log in to your financial aid portal and you are not seeing this current school year's dates, that means that we do not have anything on file for you for this current school year. Please reach out to us. We can help walk you through how to complete that. I myself actually have a bookings page, and I will put that bookings link into the chat. So if you guys do have questions or concerns, or you want to get your 21-22 FAFSA submitted, book a time to meet with me and we can get that completed. Now, when you click on this, it's going to open up items that our office would need. As you can see, Albert Adams does not have an info form turned in, but their FAFSA was there. That's why it is green. This student also happened to be selected for verification. there's typically a box in here, so I'll make sure that that is up and working, that when you click on it, it again, it's going to take you to the financial aid forms. You can do it from the info. And you can go and look to see which one you need. This is telling me I need a V1D. So I come over here and I look for V1 dependent. Once you click on that, you can go ahead and fill that in with Adobe. You can download it, you can handwrite it in, and then you can always take a picture with your phone and email it to us. We are pretty lenient about how we are receiving forms these days due to the current pandemic. So when you're in here filling these forms out, once we receive them, it does take anywhere from 1 to 24 hours for it to populate in here and turn green, meaning that it's completed. If you have something called an educational plan, we are requiring that you contact your advisor. If you're not sure who your advisor is, you can always call in, and someone from the financial aid team would be happy to help you locate an advisor to get that completed. If tax information is needed, what we are accepting is for this particular school year that we are currently in, for the 2021, we are accepting 18 tax returns of your parents signed. They must be signed and submitted. If you are being requested to submit those as well, but you did not work in 2018 or you did not file, if you didn't work, you simply just check the box, will not file. If you did work, you would supply us with a W-2 showing the amount that you made. Once this has been completed, it all goes away, and up here would say 6 of 6 complete. Your financial aid summary would then populate here and tell you your total active awards. They would fill in here by quarter and what it was that you were receiving. If you received Pell Grant or Washington College Grant, or if you received a scholarship from our foundation, or even if you received an outside scholarship, that's all going to show up here. Have you applied for the CARES Act funding that we still have available to some students who have not yet utilized it? If you apply for it and you receive it, it's also going to show up in your financial awards. This is a pretty easy, just generic form. If you guys ever have any additional questions whatsoever, you're always more than welcome to reach out to the financial aid office. It's pretty easy to find us. If you go back to where you logged into the financial aid portal, which was the wwcc.edu/FA, if you scroll down the page a little bit, we have our email listed and our phone number. If you do call our campus phone number, it rings us at home because we are also working remotely. Please do allow anywhere from 24 to 48 hours for us to return your phone call or reply to your email.
We can go ahead and move on to Jackie from the foundation, who's going to talk a little bit about Walla Walla Community College Foundation scholarship opportunities.
Hello, I just wanted to join you guys in the meeting today just to remind those who haven't applied yet for the scholarship that this is the time to apply. We try to make it as easy as possible to all current or new students. We provide over 400 scholarships, and all you need to do is apply for one. You complete one application, and then that gives you a chance to qualify for any of those scholarships we offer. I'm just gonna go over some of the common questions that I get throughout the year. If you go onto our website, you will see the Apply Now button, the yellow one, and that will lead you directly to our online application. And this is separate from your WWCC portal or anything that you've created through the school. So you will have to create an account with, thank you, Melissa. You will have to create an account with the award spring. And once you create it, you get to use that as many, you can apply for our scholarships every year you're a student with WWCC. And so if you forget your password, it's okay. I can send you reset password links. Another question, you just need your transcripts. We don't require a letter of recommendation anymore. We just have a survey that is completed by your recommenders. So you could choose an advisor, instructor. We've had family and friends complete those for students. Our scholarships are from 1,000 to 1,500 divided into the 3 quarters. But really our scholarships and our process is just as long as the students are reaching out to us and letting us know how they need to have those awards applied to them, we're willing to work with the students. So students, you have until February 9th to complete your application, and everybody will be notified by June whether they received a scholarship or not.
Thank you, Jackie. Now it's my turn to talk to you a little bit about Workforce Education Services. This is an entire department that is dedicated to helping students, specifically those who are in workforce programs, to access resources and including funding. They offer academic resources such as tutoring, but I'm going to show you how you can answer some questions in a survey, and so that they can know that you're interested in being screened for grants that they offer. In order to navigate to this page, please go to WWCC.edu, which is our college's homepage. Under Student Resources, if you wanted to contact Workforce Education Services, you can click here for phone numbers and email addresses. But in order to just answer a survey, in order to be screened for grants, you can click here on Worker Retraining and click on How to Apply to submit an intake application. The application will guide you to questions that will evaluate your eligibility for different grants that they have. Grants is money that you do not have to pay back. You will need to log in with your student login information and then answer the survey in order for them to be aware that you would like to be screened for grants that they offer.
All right, next up, we're going to look at how to pay your tuition online. So if you have payments that you need to make other than with financial aid or scholarships that you received, this little video is going to explain to you how to make those payments either with a credit card or debit card.
If you are paying your tuition other than with financial aid or scholarships, there are a few easy ways that you can do this either over the phone or online. If you have questions or would like to pay over the phone, please call Michelle or Sherry at 509-527-4204 or email them at cashiering@wwcc.edu. For funding assistance or general questions about the college, please call 509-522-2500 or use the live chat feature on the main website. At the main college website, go ahead and scroll down to the Quick Links section. Over on the far right-hand side, there's a link to Pay Now. Once the next screen opens, you have two choices. You can either pay your remaining balance with a credit card or debit card, or you can set up an automatic payment plan. Let's go ahead and look at the credit card, debit card option first. In this next screen, it's going to ask you for your student identification number. Typically, this starts with 814. You're next going to enter your PIN. This is your birth date with a 2-day month, 2-day day, 2-day year. Make sure that the correct quarter is selected and then select Get Charges. At the top of the next screen, it's going to tell you your remaining balance. Go ahead and enter your billing information, the credit card you wish to use, and go ahead and select Charge My Credit Card or Debit Card. Please avoid using the back arrow as you're filling this out, as it may result in duplicate charges. If this happens, please contact the cashier to get it resolved. Next, let's look at the automatic payment plan option. This is going to give you some general information about payment plans. Go ahead and click Sign Up. And on the next screen, also go ahead and click Sign Up. Next, go ahead and select the term that you want to pay tuition for. This option is available if you have a remaining balance due of more than $100 and the minimum payment is $100. We'll go ahead and select the minimum payment. Go ahead and enter your net ID, which is your student identification number, which again typically starts with 814. And go ahead and enter your password. This is not your birth date. This is the password that you created with the college. Go ahead and click Submit. Next, it's going to ask you for some general contact information, and then you'll hit Submit. From there, you're going to be given a range of payment plan options. These options vary depending on the date that you're signing up for your payment plan. Also note that there's a one-time $15 charge for setting up a payment plan. Just like with the credit card, debit card option, you're going to want to avoid using the back arrow as you work through this. If you have questions or need assistance, please contact one of the cashiers or call the main college number at 509-522-2500.
Next, Melissa's going to go on and talk to you a little bit about how to access tutoring services from the Tutoring and Learning Center. We're going to play a video for you created by Matt Stacy, the director of that program.
Hello, my name is Matthew Stacy, and I'm going to tell you about how to get online tutoring help from the TLC at Walla Walla Community College. It's pretty easy and quick, but if you haven't done it before, I'll just walk you through the steps right here. The first thing you want to do is go to the main page, like I've done, and you can scroll around here, but go to Student Resources. And on Student Resources, click the Tutoring and Learning Center. So we can scroll down and jump to the TLC's main webpage. Once you are on the TLC's main webpage, there's a few options you can click on. You can watch a video of how to get going on this. You can also click to sign up to make an appointment for some limited face-to-face, or should I say mask-to-mask, in-person tutoring. But what we want to do right here is click on this option where it says go to the Online Tutoring Canvas course shell. Click that, and you'll be asked to enroll into our online course shell. So once you do that, the screen should look like this. Online tutoring is our Canvas course shell, and there's a few options you can click on here. You can watch a couple of videos. You can see a list of the classes we cover, the tutors we have for those classes. We have a how-to video in Spanish. You can look at that there. A mock tutoring session to see how it kind of works in case it's your first time. And then if you want to see everything, a list of all our resources, you can click here in the bottom. And then if you have any questions or comments or need any specialized tutoring, just send me an email. My address is right here. But let's say you just want to go get some tutoring. So in that case, go ahead and click number 1 where it says Tutor Schedule. You'll get a list of people, times they tutor, and what subjects they tutor in. So this is a free service, and there's no appointment necessary. You don't make an appointment. You just drop into the Zoom times that these tutors are available, and you get tutoring from them. So you can peruse and see who is available. These times will change based on what quarter it is. Well, let's say, for example, I wanted to get some help from Laura here. I need help in chemistry, or maybe some stats or pre-college math, or even writing. I can click on Laura's name to do her profile page. And then if she's available, I can just click on her Zoom meeting, enter the information prompted, and away I go. We put it into a meeting room, and after that point, the tutor will let you in. Tutors occupy their Zoom rooms during the hours that they are active. So make sure you double check what time it is. Make sure you're wanting help when they're available. Otherwise, you can always send them an email to ask any specific questions you want to. And away you go. Like I said, it's free for all students here at WWCC. So go ahead and look us up if you need any help. If you have any questions, just let me know.
All right, folks. Well, I have the mic. The next thing I'd like to tell you about is an opportunity you have to actually get some training. come to campus to get some training on how to be an online student. For many of us, this is a new experience, and sometimes it just helps to get some practical face-to-face assistance and training on how to do that. So we have some classes on both the Walla Walla and the Clarkston campus that you can sign up for, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So go to our main website. Again, that's wwcc.edu. And since this is a new thing and we're promoting it now, you'll be able to go, just scroll down to the bottom where news is. And just, if you don't see it right away, that's okay. Just under latest news, scroll until you see Online Learning Jumpstart. Select that. They're going to talk to you about basic internet operations, the Walla Walla Community College website, how to navigate that, My WWCC, how to check your student email, how to get access to Microsoft Office 365, and some other things. So in order to schedule an appointment to participate in this class, you select this big yellow button in order to choose your campus. So I'm going to select the Clarkston campus here. Here are the two options. And then you can see the available dates. It's hard to see, but the numbers of the days that are available are a little bit darker than the other numbers. So I'm going to select January 6th, and then I can see that they have a 9:30 a.m. section and a 1:30 p.m. section. So I can select the time that works best for me and submit my contact information, including my student ID number, and then click book. When you do that, you'll receive an email with information on where you are to go, and also instructions on how coming to campus will happen for you. There will be a COVID screening that you'll need to complete and some check-ins at the door and certain restrictions in place that you'll learn about in that email. So don't miss this opportunity to get some assistance right at the start of the quarter so that you really do the best that you can this quarter. And now we have Jacqueline Ray, who's going to talk about library services.
Great. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. I have just a couple minutes to talk about the libraries, but I want to highlight just a few things for you. One, I want to clarify, I think a lot of people like the library, COVID, isn't that room for books over there? No, the library is actually, we've had services that are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so while I can't go into all of our resources, probably one of the main things I do want to highlight for you is how to get a hold of us once you are in that class, when you're suddenly at a point where you're having questions about research. And don't wait, really, when you just even have questions about research, you don't know where to start, come see us. That's what we do. We're kind of your information counselors. I don't know is one of our most frequent questions, and that's what we're here to help you with. So, really don't wait to get a hold of us. So to get a hold of us, let me go ahead and highlight that in the couple minutes I have. One, I mentioned, all of our resources are available pretty much 24/7. We have over 200,000 ebooks. We have access to magazines, newspapers, films on demand. You want some streaming media, documentaries? We have that. So all those resources 24/7. But one of our other primary services is really how to connect with us. And this is a live chat service. I could actually type something into it now and can talk with an actual librarian. So during the day, if you reach out to the library, you're going to get somebody on the Walla Walla staff. But, say it's 2 a.m. and you're working on a paper. I've done it. I know it happens. And you need help with something like a citation or one of those, a last-minute question or something. There's going to be a librarian out there who will get your chat and be able to respond to your question. And this service is available. It's actually available to all Washingtonians. So even after you leave Walla Walla Community College, this will be available to you. If you happen to be a parent and have kids in school, the busiest time of traffic for this is that usually like 3 o'clock after school. So take advantage of that. The state of Oregon also has a similar service, and I'm pretty sure Idaho does as well, if you happen to be a student in one of those neighboring states. So that's our resources 24/7, how to get onto this chat 24/7. I also want to point out how to disconnect the class really quickly in the library. There's a couple different ways to do it, and actually one of the best, you can click here for this get help, but really just down here on the bottom right is this library staff contact us. Just click there and you are going to see all of us. Don't call, we're not on campus, we are actually one of the departments closed, but send us an email. Here's me, here's one of our other librarians and some other folks, and really, we're happy to help, and don't wait. The number one thing I hear, 90% of the time, a student leaves my office and they say, why didn't I come and see you sooner? And I say, I don't know, but I'm going to tell everybody you said that. So please don't wait, and come see us there. We're not just selling the books, we are so much more, and we're going to help you with your research learning.
So next we're going to talk with Bobby Hazeltine, who's going to talk a little bit about the very exciting first year experience course that you guys, if you're our first quarter students this winter quarter, you'll be taking this class.
Thanks, Melissa. First year experience is a required class for all incoming freshmen. And it is something that we are really proud of. Almost every college and university in the nation requires a class like this. A lot of people call it a college success class. We call it first year experience. We teach you how to do college and life at the same time. And nowadays with COVID, it's really tough. So we've had so many compliments of people saying this class saved me. This class, we talk about time management, a lot about procrastination and how to keep up with college and work, and maybe you're a parent and maybe you're learning online for the first time. So it's a success class. We talk a lot about budgeting and financial aid. We talk a lot about mental health, and you're going to hear more about that from our counselors who are going to come on pretty soon. They've helped us develop this class. So this is a required class. I hope you're in it. Most everybody tells us it's their favorite class. So great class, and I'm fortunate to be the director of that program. The second thing that I want to talk about quickly is advising and counseling. Everyone here is required to have an advisor. When you first become a student at Walla Walla Community College, you will be assigned an advisor. So you might have met with someone earlier. You will be assigned a specific advisor in your program of study sometime during this quarter. You'll meet with them once a quarter, and they'll map out your plan to graduate. And the people in advising, you're going to lean on more than you ever imagined, because people call and ask us everything, not just about classes, but about everything under the sun that has to do with what we're talking about tonight. Advisors are a godsend to a lot of students. There's someone manning that department all the time. If you have any questions, or you need to change a class, you need to add a class, you need to talk to an advisor, they are your security blanket to lean on when things get tough. They'll help you through this.
Thank you, Bobby. We have a question from Kayla. It says, if I am a transfer student with an associate's degree from another school, do I need to take the required classes for freshmen?
Great question. You do not. If you have 30 credits and a 2.0, we will waive you from that class. So unless you want to take it, you do not need to.
Another question is, what if we have an advisor already, but we want, I guess, a second opinion or like a second person to go to just in case like our advisor is really busy?
That's a great question. We do that all the time. In fact, we encourage students to bounce ideas off of more than one advisor if they want to. If you want to get someone else, call there, and most likely an awesome lady named Kat will answer the phone, and she will direct you to an advisor who is open and is in your area of study.
And I do see we have another question. The first year experience class, do you have to register for it like regular classes?
Yes, you do. We have many open spots. Melissa was talking about the way you can tell when how your classes are presented. And first year experience, like many other classes, you have a chance to take it 100% online, or we also Zoom twice a week, every Monday and Thursday. We think it's more effective to Zoom in first year experience. We have awesome instructors, but you do have to register for that. And so, like I said, there are many open classes right now if you want to get on and register for that.
And it looks like another question. I have received help from advisors in the past, but I haven't been assigned a specific advisor. What should I do?
That's a good question. I do know that if you check my WWCC, it will list the advisor that they have assigned to you. If it says no advisor assigned, then you should call advising and ask. If you have a temporary advisor and you're pretty sure he or she is temporary, you should also call advising and ask.
Thank you. We have another question from Jen, which said, if we are Running Start students, do we take this class?
Yes, the answer is yes. That's supposed to be one of the first classes you take. Sometimes people, an advisor hasn't known that, but yes, we have many Running Start students in our classes. We love Running Start students. So make sure you get in that class if you can.
Now we are going to hand it off to our wonderful colleague, Maria, who is going to talk to you a little bit about some strong student supports that can be accessed through our TRIO program.
We have one question before you go, Maria.
Go ahead.
But it says, can we add a first experience even though winter quarter will begin soon?
Absolutely. You can add it anywhere up to the first day. I think it's ideal if you add it this week.
Thank you so much, Susana and Bobby. Now, Maria, we're ready for you.
Okay, I am here. Hello, everybody. My name is Maria Alonso, and I am a TRIO advisor. So TRIO is for students who are first generation, low income, and or have a disability. And our main focus is working with students who are planning to pursue their bachelor's, students who are planning to transfer to four-year universities. So what does that mean? And I say bachelor's because we do have a program that qualifies at CC to join TRIO if you're interested in those programs. So what does TRIO do? So it does anything from financial aid, help with financial aid, completing FAFSA, filling out scholarship applications. We also offer tutoring services, a little bit different from what Matt talked about. He mentioned our drop-ins. Ours are more one-on-one. So you do fill out an application, and then we match you up with a tutor that fits your schedule, and you have that one tutor available to you whenever you need to meet with them. We also have, unfortunately, we haven't been able to do many of these, actually any of these this year, but we have campus visits. I am TRIO. I was TRIO in high school. When I was at Walla Walla High School, I was lucky to have that program there, which is really what got me to a four-year college. And campus visits, I can't explain how grateful I was for those, because if it wasn't for TRIO, I wouldn't have been able to do those. TRIO does pay for everything that you spend that day, from food, from transportation. Everything is provided to the students. So you just show up and we take you there, and we plan a day full of information for you, from meeting with financial aid to meeting with advisors and meeting with depending on what program you're going into. So those are always very fun to do. So yes, if you are interested in TRIO, we do have openings right now. And if there is anything you can remember from my presentation, remember my name, and I will be more than happy to help you.
Thank you, Maria. Lauren, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you all for letting us come on and talk a little bit about a program we just love. We're part of the advising team, but we do work specifically with, like Maria said, the first gen or students if you think you qualify for FAFSA and you are looking to get your bachelor's degree. We work just really individually with you all, make sure that you are on the road, the path you want to be to get that four-year degree. A couple perks with our new grant cycle this year is TRIO students after veterans get priority registration. We also have partnered with admissions to get 2 free transcripts a year. So that's really exciting. And most of our students get free printing as well, although all students are getting that right now due to COVID, which is great. So we have smaller caseloads than some of the other advisors, so we meet with you monthly, and it's a really neat place. It's a community that you can belong on campus. Feel like you qualify to go ahead and apply.
Next, we'll be talking to our wonderful mental health counselors. We have Paris, Emma, and Kaylee. We have coverage on both campuses, and you ladies can take it away.
Okay, this is Kaylee, and I just wanted to quickly introduce myself, wanted to say hello, and really glad to be here with you, and welcome to CC. I'll let Paris fill you in a bit more on our programs.
Hi, my name's Paris Davis. I am the other counselor on the Walla Walla campus. We offer free personal mental health counseling to all enrolled students. It's short-term counseling, but right now, at least for Walla Walla campus students, it is provided over Zoom, and you have to be physically located in Washington State at the time of the Zoom meeting. But other than that, it's open to all students. On the slide, we have our names. The best way to arrange that is either just to call us or email us, and we're happy to get you scheduled and get paperwork sent out and answer any questions that you might have.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma Carpenter. I'm on the Clarkston campus, and I'm our counselor here. Luckily for me, this quarter, I am still able to offer face-to-face counseling on the Clarkston campus. So if anyone is from the Clarkston campus and you need counseling services, please do contact me and we can get you helped out. If for some reason you're on Clarkston but you cannot make it to campus or you don't feel comfortable doing that, Kaylee or Paris can also assist you. So I welcome you. I'm so glad you're here. Please do reach out to us because we are here, we are available, and we'd love to see you if you need us.
Next, we're going to talk to Bobby Sue, who is our Disability Services Coordinator, and she has a lot of great information for students on how to access those services. Oh, wait, Bobby Sue, I'm so sorry, but before you start, we do have a question about mental health counseling. They wanted to know if it's free.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that. It is free.
Great. Thank you so much. All right, Bobby Sue, take it away.
Hi, everyone. Welcome tonight. And I just wanted to let you know that the student support services at Walla Walla Community College, we are all so eager to help in any way that we can. And we know that this is a difficult time, so please, please reach out to us. Disability Support Services provides accommodations for students who have a qualified disability. And I would echo what Jackie Ray said earlier when she mentioned that when students come to speak with her, oftentimes they say, why didn't I come sooner to speak with you? And I would say the same is true for disability support services. Many people don't recognize that they have what's considered a qualified disability and that there are accommodations that we can put in place that will help ease some of the obstacles that you may be experiencing in the academic environment. So certainly, if you feel that you're experiencing some obstacles and you would like to speak with someone about some supports or some helps that could be put in place, please, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll be back in contact with you. Otherwise, if you have had an IEP or a 504 in high school, we offer some of the same and some equal supports here at the college campus. So please reach out to me, and welcome to everyone.
Next, we're going to talk to one of our wonderful students. Rebecca is going to talk to us about how to get signed up for student clubs on both Walla Walla and Clarkston campuses.
Hi, so for both Walla Walla and Clarkston campus, we have a Canvas shell. And if you go to the link that is located on the page, this will also be sent out at the start of the winter quarter. And from there, after you click the link, you will be brought to the pick an account or a sign-in page where you will sign in with your 814 number. And from there, you will proceed to type in your password. And then it will ask you if you want to self-enroll into the course for the Walla Walla Community College Student Clubs. Then you will click in enroll in course, and then another screen will pop up to say that it will bring you to your dashboard or the course, and we would like you to click on the course. And then you will go down to on the left-hand side with the blue tabs and click on people. And in the people tab, you will have two choices: to see everyone and then to see the groups. And then you will click on the groups button, and then it will allow all students to click into or to join all of the clubs that they would like to join. And you're not limited to just only one club. You can join as many clubs as you would like. And then from there, if it is Clarkston, you will get forwarded to the Clarkston Vice President, who is Cynthia Hutchins. Or if it's Walla Walla, I will be in contact with you, but either me or Cynthia will be in contact to get you to the correct advisor. So therefore you will learn about how their process is and when they meet for their clubs. And then this is Cynthia Hutchins, who is the Student Government Association on Clarkston campus Vice President. I hope you have a great year, and I can't wait to see you in our club meetings.
Thank you so much, Becca. Okay, great. We have some great questions in the chat. Malik wants to know, what are the perks of being a member of a club?
So you are able to be with like members who have common interest, and also this helps you become a leader if you want the opportunity to become a vice president, a president, a secretary, and or treasurer. And you are just able to get a better sense of community within the college as well.
We have another question which says, is there a fee for the clubs?
No, there's no fees.
Awesome. Great questions, folks. Thank you so much. Next, we're going to talk to Morna. She works in our Office of Admissions and Records, and she's going to talk to you about the forms that we have put online for you so that you can access them easily from our website without having to come to campus to access.
Back to our front page, because that front page is going to be where we find everything. I think you figured that out by now. So it's 2 days into the quarter and you're thinking, man, my classes, this time doesn't work. I just need to switch things around and do something different. I'm going to talk to you about 3 key forms that you can find on the website. If you scroll down on this main screen, scroll down just past the pictures, you'll hit the quick links. As part of the quick links, you'll look down here on the bottom row and it says Student Forms. Clicking on Student Forms will take you to a lot of the forms that we're able to use online for any of your services that you might normally go to the counter at admissions for. I want to point out 3 really important kinds of forms. First of all, did you take any dual credit classes in high school? Have you taken any college classes from another college or university? You might want to use those to transfer in credits to your program at Walla Walla. In order to do that, for the high school, you could use the CTE Dual Credit Request Transcribed Credit Form. That's the short name. But that would be the form that you would use. That's a quick link, open it up, it gets processed without a transcript. If you want to know what classes would count towards your college career, college classes from another university, an official transcript will have to be sent from that university or college to Walla Walla. Usually you can do that online. Just go to the former school and look for their transcript ordering requests. And this is to get actual college credit from another college or university transferred to Walla Walla. This is a very important form because unless you tell us, for example, what it is that you are interested in studying, what degree or certificate you want to be evaluated for, we have really no idea to know how we should take those classes from your other university or college and put it over into your Walla Walla. Another really important form is the add drop class form. You will have to sign in with your student ID number and password just like you would for Canvas or for college email. There's about 10 questions. It asks you for your name to confirm your student ID number, what campus are you on, and then you will make sure you read the yes questions here. On the next page, you would put in the item number, the class number, whether you want to add or drop withdrawal. Only during the first week can you drop a class for 100% refund. After that, it goes for a week at 40%, and then there's no refund after this third week. You can see the calendar for the refund schedules or look in the catalog. Our third key kind of form that I want to point out to you is the enrollment degree verification request, in case you need to send a letter to someone to tell them, yes, I do have a degree or I am taking classes. That is another form that you can fill out. And then there is the release of information. We call this the ROI form. Every student should have an ROI form. This allows someone else in your family, perhaps a parent, a spouse, if you give permission, then they will be able to ask questions, help you pay directly for your college, that kind of thing. You need to give specific names of people that you want to allow exchange of confidential information. This includes your grades, your classes, and the other detailed information. If you do not want anybody to have access other than the people who work at the campus with your forms, if you do not want any access to anybody else, that would be the privacy request form. This has to be renewed every quarter. The release of information is good for 2 years. If you have people who you're work people that you want to relate to, that you want to send information to, any of that kind of thing, a release of information would be a very handy form. There are other forms on here that you can poke through. If you have any questions, feel free to call us.
If you ever need help finding these forms, if you ever need help finding phone numbers, you can access live chat from our website too. So don't forget about live chat on our website. So you might be wondering, how am I going to access internet? I don't have internet at home. I need to be a student now online. We have some options for you. So Wi-Fi access is accessible from our parking lots at Walla Walla Community College on both campuses. At Walla Walla, on this map here, you'll be able to park off of Isaacs in the parking lot in between the Enology and Viticulture Center and the Automotive Technology Program, Automotive Repair Technology Program, to access internet. At our Clarkston campus, you can really park anywhere close to a building in order to access internet. the best service is available close to their entrances. So either close to the first main entrance, the side of the main building, and also the back parking lots in order to access the best internet. Real quickly, I wanted to show you how to connect to our student Wi-Fi. So from our website, under student resources, you might be catching on that under student resources, there's lots of good stuff that you're going to want to explore. Click on technology services. In order to find out how to connect to Wi-Fi, you can click here. But also, while we're here, I'd like to point out this is how you can contact our IT department, very friendly IT department, for help with technology needs, including passwords, resets, etc. So if you go to this Wi-Fi tab here, you will find information on how to connect to Wi-Fi according to the different device that you might have. I want to also show you about your email, how to access student email. All students will be assigned a Walla Walla Community College email address. This is a super important email address for you to check, as all official communications from the college will be coming to you at your student email address. In order to access your student email, go to our main website, click here on email at the very top of the page on the yellow stripe. If you have questions about student email, on the left here, you can see frequently asked questions about student email and also the login. Make sure you check your student email. All official communications will go there. Okay, now we're going to pass it on to yet another Melissa Queen, who is going to talk about Canvas support and accessibility tools.
Hello, I am yet another Melissa, and I am the e-learning coordinator, and I'm here to tell you a bit about Canvas, which you've already heard referenced to several times tonight. But Canvas is our learning management system, and this is where you're going to go to access and participate in your online classes. And while we're under Warrior Flex, you'll also be doing a lot of coursework for even your face-to-face workshops or shop classes through Canvas. The first thing you're going to need to know is how to log into Canvas. The easiest way to do that, you'll notice at the very top banner, the first thing you see is Canvas here. That's one way to get to it. Another way is there's another link here under quick links. Neither here nor there, whichever is easiest for you to remember. But when you click on it, one thing I do want to point out is that it's going to take you to the Canvas login page. At any point, if you have difficulty getting into Canvas, logging into your Canvas, there's a technical support link included right here. So if you're having difficulty getting into Canvas, this is your first point of contact for how to get help there. The instructions, in case you forget, are right on the page. Unfortunately, it's going to, instead of showing you how to log in, it's going to automatically grab my credentials, and as if I never, because I'm already logged in there, but you're going to click this button and that's going to take you to the Canvas platform. One thing I want to point out is that you'll know you're in the right place when you look at the Canvas login. My screen doesn't show it here, but when you go to sign in, you should see an image of our dome. If you go straight to Google and you type in Canvas, it's not going to take you to the right place. You want to make sure you're in this place, wwcc.instructure.com, to get to our Canvas instance. And again, as long as you're navigating to it through our website, you're going to be just fine. Once you've logged into Canvas, you're going to land on your Canvas dashboard. By now, you should see some, if not all, of your upcoming classes on your Canvas dashboard. So when you leave this meeting, if you want to check it out and you're curious to see and you go and log into your Canvas and you don't see all, or maybe you don't even see any of your classes on Canvas yet, please don't panic, because we are in what's called week 0. So instructors are publishing their classes and making them available to you this week. And they'll be doing it, you'll be seeing more of those classes appear this week as we go. If by the first official day of the quarter, January 4th, you're still not seeing classes there, then that's the time to reach out for help, to say, hey, I'm having difficulty finding my classes. I don't know where to go. If it's your first quarter, you're going to see those classes appear right here on your dashboard. If you've been with us for a little while, you might have a hard time finding your classes this quarter. If you don't see them right here on that first landing page, the next place to go is to click the courses button. You're going to see courses listed. If you don't see the ones you're looking for right here, you're going to click the all courses link. It's going to take you to the courses that you're enrolled in, past, present, and sometimes even future. And if you want to customize your dashboard, the courses you see that are starred, where the star is filled in orange, those are going to show as pinned onto your dashboard. So you can customize what appears on your dashboard. You can have as many or as few classes as you want. And that's going to impact what you see when you first sign on this landing page, on this dashboard. Another really important thing that you want to customize, in addition to customizing your Canvas dashboard, is that you also want to customize your notification settings. The way that you're going to do that is you're going to go into your account and you're going to find notifications here. And this is going to, the reason why it's important for you to customize your notifications is Canvas is designed to put you in the driver's seat so that you're the one determining how many or how few notifications you're receiving to your email or to your text message alerts, etc. You're the one in control of that. And this is going to be where you customize those. So some of the activities that you can customize is you can get notifications as to due dates, as to when grades are posted, when new content is posted, when announcements are posted. And you'll click on it and you can choose to either be notified immediately to your default email and any other additional contact information you provide. You can receive a daily update. So at the end of the day, you get one bulk email of those activities that occurred, a weekly summary, or you can turn the notifications off altogether. I recommend making sure you start with more and customize it down to fewer as you're going through the quarter, because of course, more information is better, but we don't want you to feel lost or feel like you're drowning in that information. So it's important to know you are the one in charge of how much or how little notifications from your Canvas courses you're going to get sent to your email. And the other thing we want to talk about is making sure that that email is set up and stays set to your student email. So under account and then settings, this is where you're going to, especially if you're a returning student, you might want to make some changes to your default email to make sure that it is your school, your student email here that shows up under ways to contact. You can add additional ways, but we want to make sure that that school email stays as the default. And this default email is the one that shows up with the star there. And then you can add other contact methods as well, including additional personal emails or text messages to receive alerts. And there are several reasons why you want to keep your student email as your default email. One, the biggest ones have to do with if your instructor is using an online textbook, we want to make sure that the gradebook and the textbook recognize you as the same person, and they do that most of the time through your student email. And for Zoom sessions, it's going to make it easier for you in the long run to have that student email set as your default form of contact, because that's going to allow you to move pretty seamlessly through your Canvas course to participate fully in those assignments and in those Zoom sessions through Canvas. If at any point you have difficulty once you're within Canvas accessing materials within the Canvas course, we have several ways for you to get the help that you need. Under the global navigation banner here, there's this help button. If you experience difficulty accessing, understanding, or completing activities or assignments within a Canvas course, your first point of contact should be your instructor. However, there are other helpful pathways and resources to get help. And those are all provided here through the help button. You can search the Canvas guides to find tutorials with directions for how to do things, such as post to a discussion board or submit or upload a file to submit to an assignment. And this is a general resource that's there for Canvas. It's really helpful to familiarize yourself with that as a student. You can create a help desk ticket, and that is going to send an email essentially to us in e-learning that tells us you're having a problem within Canvas and that you would like help. And the more details you can give us about what that problem is, what course you're in where you're encountering that problem, and maybe the specific page or assignment name where that problem is occurring, the faster we're going to be able to respond and get you help. You can also message your instructor directly. This link is going to actually take you straight back to the inbox, to the Canvas messaging system. And then we also have access to other helpful FAQs and things like that in the Canvas help. But again, as you're reaching out for that help, it's all contained within this Canvas environment, but it's important to know the first point of contact needs to be your instructor. Because if you're having problems accessing something within their course, we in e-learning aren't necessarily going to be able to change things to grant you access without that instructor's permission anyway. And so a lot of times students will reach out to us for help, but we end up communicating, being a middleman and communicating back to that instructor in order to help solve that problem anyway. And we're perfectly willing to do so, but it might make you feel like you're on a wild goose chase while you're waiting to find the solution to the problem. So you want to make sure you're including your instructor from the first sign of trouble on in Canvas, but there are other ways to get help as well. And Debbie Evans is going to, I'm going to turn it over to her, and she's going to talk a little bit more about other digital tools that are available within Canvas to help with the accessibility and help support online learning.
Before you go, we have a question from Kayla, which says, my email is not default to my student email. How would I change this?
Oh, good question. Here, you will have to add an email address first, have to add an additional one. So you would add that student email address. I don't know why it's populating there. So I would add, and it's going to read this as, you would hit register. It's going to ask you to verify that. But then once you have those two email addresses added, you'll be able to, it'll show a filled in star here. And then the other email address, let me just use my personal email. It's going to send this confirmation. I have to go into that email to confirm that it is a real account. It's going to show up here. And once I've confirmed it, you're actually going to see a blank star here. And that's going to be how you determine what the default is. So what you will do in this instance is you'll kind of do it in reverse. You probably have a personal email set as the default. You'll add your school email, log into your school email to verify it, and then you'll be able to come right back in here and click that star to tell Canvas that that's the one you want to be your default email. And if you get stuck anywhere along the way, that's where the help desk ticket can come in really handy. And you can even just tell us, here's my email right now. Here's the email it needs to be. Can you help me change to my default, or change my default email in Canvas to be my student email? And that would be great. If you send us that in a help desk ticket, we'll be able to help you make that change. And that's all the information we would need there. So if you get lost along the way, it goes account settings, you add the new email address, but if at any point you get lost, you can use that help button and send in, create a help desk ticket, and we'll help you get that changed. The other thing that is new, if you're a returning student or have been with us before, is you'll notice there is this link right down here to the WWCC email. And then there's the inbox, the Canvas inbox. This inbox works only within the Canvas environment. It's a way for emails, for messages to get sent by instructors to, say, the entire class. Maybe an assignment is coming up due at midnight tonight and they want to send a reminder. So an instructor is going to send a message out to all students who have not yet submitted this assignment that's due at midnight. You're going to see those messages appear in both places, but that's the only difference between the Canvas inbox and the WWCC email, is that this stays pretty internal for Canvas messaging purposes. But this is going to link you to your WWCC email, where you're also going to be receiving more messages from your advisor, from financial aid, from Office of Admissions and Registration, a lot more official school communication that is outside of the Canvas environment. So that's really important to make sure you are checking that email regularly. And you can do so through Canvas. It's going to link outside of it. Any other questions there before I do turn it back over to Debbie?
That was the only one.
My name is Debbie Evans, and I am the accessibility specialist. I work with Melissa Queen in e-learning. And one of the things I want to show you is all the great accessibility tools that we have here that are available for everyone. Bobby Sue talked about DSS and how they work with students with accommodations. These tools are for everyone. So where you find these tools, again, we've talked about this main page. If you click on Canvas, as we just spoke about in e-learning, and come down to technical support, you will see the student help for Canvas. This is a great page. And there's several frequently asked questions, but before we get to those, I want to go all the way down to the bottom and show you this translate button that is available on every page within our community college system. If you want to change the language in which the page presents, all you need to do is choose it, and it will then affect everything there, even as you move on to other pages. So for example, if I go over to the forms that Morna was talking about, and I'm gonna refresh there, I should have them listed in Spanish as well. Again, that button is down at the very bottom of all of our pages. Now, I'm gonna go back up here. I wanna show you several things that Melissa touched on for the e-learning program. A lot of information on Canvas here. And as you click on these little buttons, they're going to give you the answers to the questions. One thing I want to bring your eyes to is over here on the far right, can I print off or listen to audio versions of text in Canvas? We have different learning styles, and sometimes we prefer to listen to something rather than read it because we can understand it more readily that way. So with these tools, you will have an opportunity to download content from Canvas in a different format. For example, it can be a PDF. I know a lot of the nursing students need to actually download their content. You can do a translated version. You can do an MP3 version. There's Braille, and Beeline Reader is also, I believe, similar to a Braille program. It can also be in HTML. This is, again, available right here under the FAQs. Another part I'm going to show you, and I know I'm going fairly quickly, but I just want to show you where to find these things. Accessibility Tools page allows you, the student, to find some really great tools that are available for you. If you need speech to text in MS Word, if you need a read aloud, Read Speaker in Canvas actually takes you to a free tool that will allow you to turn the text on the Canvas page into audio, not necessarily a downloaded audio, but you'll be able to hear it. And you can hear it in several languages as well. These tools, again, are available to you just simply by going to your Canvas button at the top of any page and then clicking on technical support, and you'll have these frequently asked questions and answers. Very quickly, I want to show you on that same page with the FAQs are an opportunity for you for live help. This is the live help desk that Melissa just spoke about in Canvas, and I have one as well for accessibility. So feel free to reach out to us for anything that you might need.
We have on the screen a little bit about contact information. So contact IT for help. Next, we wanted to talk to you about printing. We do have access to printing services on both campuses. If you're in Walla Walla, you'll want to access printing via the Welcome Center. I put this image here so that you can see where it is. It's right at the heart of the main building here. From 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to offer this services on a first come, first serve basis. Before you'll be able to access campus, you will need to complete a daily screening log on our website to answer some screening questions related to COVID-19. At the Clarkston campus, you'll be able to access printing services in the main building as well. They request a phone call so that they can allow you access into the building. So you'll need to call this number 509-758-3339 in order to request access. Printing is limited to school-related printing. It must be something related to one of your classes. It cannot be personal printing services. There are no charges for printing services at the college right now. We also have a study space available on both campuses. In Clarkston, you can call that same phone number and request access. They have some space set up in the Student Activities Center where they have made it available. They are using social distancing and sanitizing so that you can actually access campus, the beautiful new Student Activities Center on the Clarkston campus. And in Walla Walla, we have an option in our water center for you to access. This is also a beautiful, roomy building where you can be inside and access Wi-Fi and a quiet place to study. And again, just like signing up for the online learning workshop, you can sign up and reserve your spot to access on-campus study space in Walla Walla, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Again, from our home, scroll to the news at the bottom of the page and look for the Water Center building, this beautiful building here. Click on that and then click on reserve your spot. So here on Water and Environmental Study Spaces, just click there and you'll find a bookings calendar just like the one we looked at for the online learning workshop. Select what you want to do and then you'll see available times here. Now, since the quarter hasn't started, there's nothing this week, but starting the second week of January, you see some darkened dates here where you can select the date and time, offer some information, book your appointment, receive an email with orientation on how to access campus, and then be able to come to our beautiful Water Center to study.
Our Water Center also offers printing. So if you want to have another access point for printing on campus, that would be it.
We're getting close to the end of our presentation, and now we have one of our wonderful student ambassadors who's going to talk a little bit about how you can be in communication with our student ambassadors.
Hello, so I'm Kaylin and I'm one of the student ambassadors here, and we came up with this really good idea to have an email. And so on the screen it says studentambassador@wwcc.edu, and if you email us, it will be either Susanna, Sebastian, or I that will email you guys back. And I know that sometimes you guys feel comfortable talking to students more than workers, and that's kind of why we created it. And so that way it's less formal and it's more just kind of like we're talking to you and you guys are talking to us. And so it's pretty much just a laid back thing, and I really hope that you guys enjoy it. And a little bit about like what it's like to be a student at WWCC. So I'll give you the background of how I found the school. I went to Waitsburg High School and I did my running start, which is great. Love it. So if any of you guys are sophomores turning juniors or juniors turning seniors, I would definitely look into that. And the reason why I stayed here after I graduated because The professors are awesome. Anybody that like works there is just always wanting to help you. And I'm now in the nursing program here, and it's been amazing. So if you guys ever have any questions, or if you're like, I don't know what clubs or activities would be good for me, but I want to be involved, we can definitely help you out with that.
These are great student ambassadors, and they have a lot of information, and they really want to engage with you. Some additional resources that we have available, I mentioned earlier from our homepage, you can access live chat anytime during business hours. We will respond to you immediately. If we're not there, you can leave us a ticket and we'll get to it the first thing the next business day. We also wanted to let you know we have a virtual assistance page on our website. So there's just wwcc.edu/VA for virtual assistant, where you can go and find ways that you can connect with people. Some departments have phone numbers up there. Some departments actually have live Zoom lobbies where you can come and interact face-to-face with somebody. We also have the main phone numbers listed there for you, and the advising and counseling center information. So if you want to just take a quick snapshot of this page, you'll be taking some great contact information with you so that you can access help along the way. Classes start Monday. Don't forget to log into your classes or come to campus. Find out before then where you're supposed to be on Monday. If you forgot, rewind this tape and go back to Melissa's video at the beginning of the event so that you can see how to do that. You can always ask us on live chat too. We can help you get that information. And if you're watching this as a recording, get your questions answered at 522-2500 for Walla Walla, 758-3339 in Clarkston. Thank you to all of our panelists and presenters today. This is really great information, and it was great to see all of your faces. We don't get to see each other so much anymore, so it's fabulous to see you all in one place. Question: what if you have two classes at the same time? I would suggest that you contact your advisor right away to address that conflict.
And if you don't know who your advisor is, if you leave a ticket on live chat, so if you go to the main website and just click on leave a message right now, we can get that to you, information to you in the morning, or you can jump on tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and we can get that information to you.
Perfect. Okay, folks. Well, it's been great having you on here. And with that, we'll say good night. Have a great quarter, everyone.